Hello dear students, welcome back to Study with Vaishnavi Jha. In today's class, we will discuss reproductive health. Okay, this topic is very much important from exams point of view. And exam में इससे related दो चीज़ें इसके अंदर हम पढ़ेंगे and दोनों ही अपने आप में बहुत important है और एक पिछले previous exams में आया भी हुआ है. ठीक है, not ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब both the questions come in exam. Or see, whatever I say that this is coming in your exam or this probability is there that this will come in your exam, that doesn't mean that that particular question will anyhow come only. Okay, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आएगा ही आएगा, ऐसा कैसा भी नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि हो सकता है वो क्वेश्चन आपके पेपर में दिखे. प्रीवियस ईयर के ऑब्जर्वेशन पे हम बताते हैं कि भाई ये क्वेश्चन आने की पॉसिबिलिटी होती है, राइट. तो प्रीवियस ईयर के बेस पे ही मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि जो रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ है उसमें आपके दो टॉपिक्स आते हैं, छोटे छोटे से ही हैं. वो दोनों ही टॉपिक्स में से कई बार एग्जाम्स में क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, तो आज हम वो वाला टॉपिक जो है करेंगे. ओके, सो नाउ रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ. रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ में अगर सबसे पहले हेल्थ की बात हो रही है, सो रिप्रोडक्शन का हमारे हेल्थ से क्या रिलेशन है. बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेशन है, बिकॉज अगर हमारा हेल्थ अफेक्ट होता है तो कौन से डिजीज से हो सकता है यहाँ पे, सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीज से. दिस इज टी, sexually transmitted disease. Now we can call it STD. Okay, तो STDs पढ़ेंगे अब जैसे ही STD दिमाग में आता है एक ही डिजीज याद आती है, दैट इज एड्स, राइट. बट ऐसा नहीं है, और भी डिजीजेस हैं और आपको पता होनी चाहिए. क्यों? बिकॉज वायरस से होने वाला एड्स तो सबको याद रहता है, लेकिन बैक्टीरियल STD किसी को याद नहीं रहता है. सो ये ध्यान रखेंगे, वायरल, बैक्टीरियल. ओके, तो वायरल होता है आपका HIV एड्स एंड वॉट्स and bacterial is syphilis and gonorrhea. ठीक है, so these are the two diseases which are sexually transmitted. Sexually transmitted disease का मतलब तो आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा ना, those disease which can be transmitted during sexual intercourse, those are called sexually transmitted disease. तो ये आपका साइफिलिस या गोनोरिया जो है वो एक एग्जाम्पल है. एड्स और वॉट्स इसका बहुत ही अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है. ओके, बैक्टीरियल एंड वायरल बोथ. नाउ सी, क्या होता है बेसिकली, जो ये डिजीज है ये फैलते हैं फ्लूइड ट्रांसफ्यूजन से. बेसिकली फ्लूइड ट्रांसफ्यूजन से. ये फ्लूइड ट्रांसफ्यूजन क्या होता है, जैसे आपने एड्स में ख्याल से 9th में वाई डू वी फॉल इल चैप्टर में आपने एड्स के ऊपर शॉर्ट नोट पढ़ा होगा, तो उसमें आपने पढ़ा होगा एड्स सिर्फ सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड नहीं होता है, उसके और भी बहुत से रीजंस होते हैं. द पॉइंट इज दैट a fluid should not be transferred from an infected person to uninfected person. This is the condition, right? So यहाँ पे ऐसा क्या होता है जो कि fluid transferred होता है, that is the gametes, transfer of gametes. जो ये male gamete है, जो ये मेल गैमीट है ये जाता है किधर, फीमेल गैमीट में. फीमेल गैमीट में क्या होता है, एग के साथ फ्यूज करता है, फ्यूज करके एक जाइगोट बना लेता है. Now if this male gamete, this sperm is infected by a disease AIDS, that means when the fusion will take place and the zygote will be formed, it is going on in the, this process is going on in the body of the female. फीमेल की बॉडी में हो रहा है, तो अगर फीमेल की बॉडी में हो रहा है, इसका मतलब डिजीज भी किसको हो जाएगा, फीमेल को हो जाएगा. नाउ व्हाट इज गेटिंग फॉर्म्ड बाय द फ्यूजन, इट इज जाइगोट. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, दैट जो जाइगोट होगा, अब क्योंकि फादर जो स्पर्म है मेल गैमीट वो इन्फेक्टेड है, तो उससे मदर इन्फेक्टेड हुई, यानी कि फीमेल गैमीट इन्फेक्टेड हुआ. नाउ द फॉर्मिंग जाइगोट दैट विल बी इन्फेक्टेड टू, वो इन्फेक्टेड रहेगा. तो अब भी इन्फेक्टेड रहे तो तीनों ही, ये इन्फेक्शन तीनों को ही हो गया. दिस इज नोन एज सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीज, राइट. तो ये आपका है. नाउ देयर इज अ वेरी ब्रीफ टॉपिक इन इट, व्हाट टू डू टू प्रिवेंट सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीज. खैर ये तो नहीं है, ये आप बोल सकते हैं व्हाट टू डू, see to prevent pregnancy. See, there are many couples, for example, we see many couples, husband and wife both are working, right, दोनों ही काम कर रहे हैं, बाहर जाते हैं, ऑफिस जाते हैं. Sometimes what happen, the couple does not want to have a baby right now. There are certain there may be some conditions, for example, maybe they do not have that financial stability, because of that they do not want to increase their responsibility, so they decide that we do not want a baby right now, we will decide it further, we will plan it further. So in that scenario what happens, this fusion will lead to the formation of gamete, the male and female gametes fusion will lead to the formation of zygote. Now the zygote is formed, it will definitely turn into a baby. Okay, the couple does not want a baby, so what they should do, so that the fusion of male and gametes, female gamete, either the fusion does not take place or the zygote does not form. क्लियर है बात. क्या होता है, कई बार जो कपल होते हैं, दे डू नॉट वांट द बेबी, है ना, नॉट द करेक्ट टाइमिंग्स में भी, सिचुएशन अच्छी नहीं है, फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन अच्छा नहीं है, ब्ला ब्ला, देयर आर मेनी मोर रीजंस, राइट. तो अगर वैसी सिचुएशन में दे डोंट वांट अ बेबी, देन हाउ डू दे स्टॉप द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ जाइगोट, और हाउ डू दे प्रिवेंट द फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल gametes. The methods adopted to do so are known as contraceptive methods. So next topic is contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods, right. What are these methods? The methods adopted to prevent unwanted pregnancy or to prevent fertilization. In normal terms you say fertilization is called contraceptive methods. Now this question may come in your exam for 3 marks. It may come in your exam for 3 marks. It is a good question. It has already been asked in the previous year many times. Many times. ऐसा है कि मतलब you can guess that maybe every year or every other year, like in the alternation, this question has come. This question, female reproductive system, this question has always been the favorite questions of the examiner. Okay, so they ask this kind of question, and there you have to explain the contraceptive methods in 3 marks. So what you have to write? So first is the definition. First is definition. Second thing that you have to write is the methods. Okay. So what do students do? I have seen it. They write this definition like correctly, no doubt. What else they do? They write example. Okay. And then they write oral pills, है ना, condoms, cervical caps, diaphragms, IUDs, whatever surgical methods हो गए. तो ये सब वो लिख देते हैं एग्जाम्पल में. Why example? Explain them, no? Right? At least write the names and give them proper heading. For example, अगर आप इसी में लिख दें, मैं आपको यहाँ पे लिख के बताती हूँ, ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लिख देते हैं IUDs, condoms, cervical caps, etc. सपोज एग्जाम्पल भी तो 2 से ज़्यादा नहीं लिखना होता है ना किसी को. अनर्थ नहीं हो जाएगा अगर 2 से ज़्यादा एग्जाम्पल लिख दिया तो एसेट्रा, फेवरेट वर्ड एसेट्रा. अब इतना लिखने का कहाँ आपको 3 नंबर मिलेगा? टेल मी. ये नंबर कभी 3 आपको इसमें मिल सकते? इफ यू आर अ टीचर, वुड यू प्रेफर गिविंग 3 मार्क्स इन दिस क्वेश्चन इन 1 लाइन एंड एन एग्जाम्पल? नहीं हो सकता है. तो इस तरीके से आप नहीं लिखेंगे. यू रोट द डेफिनेशन, इलैबोरेट दीज. अब इलैबोरेट का मतलब ये नहीं है IUD है तो उसके बारे में पूरा लिख रहे हो, नहीं. सिर्फ आपको कैसे लिखना है आंसर? You have to write like physical barrier. Physical barrier. Example, cervical caps, condoms, diaphragms, etc. Then chemical barrier. What are chemical barriers? Example, oral pills. What do? They shift the menstruation cycle, your menstrual period, so that the ovary does not release egg on its own time. So basically होता क्या है oral pills में? What happen in oral pills? That these oral pills, they shift the menstrual cycle. कैसे ये menstrual cycle को change करते हैं? See what happens when the oral pill is taken. जो आपका ovary होता है, the date on which the ovary has to release the egg, that gets postponed. वो आगे बढ़ जाता है. ओरल पिल्स लेने से ओवरी उस टाइम के लिए एग रिलीज नहीं करती है. देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स, आफ्टर फ्यू डेज और समथिंग, वो एग जो है रिलीज हो जाता है. So this kind of thing happens, and at that point of time, if male gamete comes in the fallopian tube and if it is waiting for female gamete, so because of oral pills, the female gamete has not released, right? And if female gamete has not released, how would fertilization take place? No possibility. So that's why this. Now next is IUDs, intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices, we call it IUDs. So as you can understand by its name also, intrauterine, there is something that is that is implanted in the uterus to stop the development of zygote, because uterus में तो zygote ही होता है. Am I right or am I right? यूट्रस में तो जाइगोट ही जाता है, राइट? जब जाइगोट ही जाता है यूट्रस में तो कुछ और क्या होगा? राइट, उसी की डेवलपमेंट को रोका जाएगा. सो implanted in uterus to prevent the development of zygote, right? Now we shall write the examples for it. Examples, it is copper T or loop. Copper T or loop, right? Next कितने हैं? इंट्रायूटेराइन हो गया. सर्जिकल मेथड वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. हाउ डू आई फॉरगेट इट? सर्जिकल मेथड. सर्जिकल मेथड वैसे बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग होता है. सर्जिकल मेथड, ओके, देयर आर टू मेथड्स इन दिस. फर्स्ट इज वासेक्टॉमी. So basically what is done in vasectomy? It is done in males. Okay, so first thing is in males, the female, the vas deferens is cut and tied to block the path of sperms. So vasectomy में what happens? The vas deferens. You remember vas deferens? What was it? It was the pipe. It was the pipe or the tube by which the testis was passing the male gametes to the urethra and out of the body. So that vas deferens is cut, okay, and it is tied. Shoelace की तरह they are tied so that the sperm will come to that knot, and at that knot the sperm will destroy. Right? There will be no further passage. So this is why this is also a good method to prevent what? Fertilization. ये भी एक अच्छा मेथड है ना फर्टिलाइजेशन प्रिवेंट करने का. जब भी मेल गैमेट रिलीज ही नहीं होगा मेल की बॉडी से, हाउ कम देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी टू द फीमेल टू गेट प्रेग्नेंट? नहीं हो सकता. द फर्टिलाइजेशन वुड नॉट टेक प्लेस. नहीं होगा फर्टिलाइजेशन. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द मेथड्स. these are basically called as birth control methods, because population को control करने के लिए birth control methods are very important. And these are the medical methods, surgical methods basically, by which ever in life the person will never be able to release the male gametes, right? He will never, basically the baby will not happen, you can say this. So this is a thing. But in India generally, okay, like according to the myths and according to the facts also, males generally don't undergo vasectomy. It is like a real myth, or it is seen in India that mostly females undergo the surgical method for birth control. Males generally don't undergo vasectomy in India. Okay, in out of the countries, males also undergo vasectomy. Now see, the method which is very much prominent, very much seen, okay, that is tubectomy. It is like the every other woman, it undergoes this process. Every other woman, maybe every fifth woman or sixth woman. Why? Because tubectomy, it is a birth control method. What happens in it? The same thing that happened in males, but female does not have vas deferens. So what happens in females? Fallopian tube or oviduct, you can say, is cut and tied to block the path of egg. or ova. So in females, what is done? The fallopian tube is cut and tied so that the egg will reach the knot, and there it will never be able to meet or fuse with the sperms. No fertilization, no zygote formation, and no baby, right? So these are the methods. Now you see the answer. Earlier it was this length, and now when I write it, it is approximately a 5 marks question. You have written the answer for 5 marks question. Now if 3 marks question is asked, you can write 3, right? Or 2 methods with the proper explanation. What you can do in 3 marks, that is, you can remove these lines. You can directly write the examples. Remove this line, example. So that you can do for 3 marks, so that you will include each and every example, right? So इस तरीके से आंसर लिखते हैं. Now what has happened that because of the online classes, maximum of students have lost their capacity to write. I have seen students writing like this, like they do not want to even hold the pen. So this is not going to work. If you have to do something or achieve something in life, you have to put habit of writing. Writing is the best habit anyway. बहुत अच्छी आदत होती है लिखना. It is a really good habit, and in exams you have to write. Okay, so that's why you have to like inculcate in your habit to write as much as you can. So you better practice the subjects like SST, English, writing practice, so that your writing will be improved. Because in science you have to write like a very limited information. It's not like you have to explain something like in so much detail of 2 pages or 3 pages. It is not so. Maximum to maximum you go by 10 lines or 12 lines. Okay, hardly 20 lines. Hardly 20 lines. 5 marks question, 120 words, 120 lines. Oh, sorry, 20 lines. So there you have to write like maximum you go by 1 page. That's it. So if you are not able to write that 1 page, you will never be able to score a good marks. So for scoring good marks, write. Increase the capacity to write. अभी आप लोग क्या करते होंगे, ये नोट्स लिखवाया मैंने, जैसे मैं साइड होती हूँ, you to take a screenshot. That screenshot you will never open in life. And when you will reach in 11th, you will go and delete those screenshots. This is what is happening all around. So don't do this. Okay, जो भी आपको नोट्स मिलते हैं, चाहे मैं बताऊं, चाहे आपके स्कूल में लिखवाए जाए, चाहे कुछ भी, so copy it down. Make it a habit to write everything, to write in a faster speed with a legitimate writing. That will be helpful for you in future also. In 11th, especially if I talk about science, this much of syllabus is there. It is like a sea, ocean. You have to plunge into it. So how do you do that when you do not know how to write? Okay, but when you use your phone, your fingers work so fast, like tuck 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 tuck. But when you write, your fingers fail. So don't do that. Practice writing. For 3 marks question, do not think of reducing the answer. Do not think of minimizing the answer up to your comfort level, because the marks you will get will not be on the basis of your comfort level. The marks will be according to the examiner or the blueprint that he gets. So you have to reach to that blueprint through your answer. And if you don't do that, then you will not get the marks. So those students who are serious in getting marks, who want to get marks, write answers properly. Do not think of reducing कि कम लिखना पड़ेगा तो क्या लिख दूं. Don't think that. Write whatever you know, but obviously in a limit, not forgetting that there is a limit of 120 words and you are writing 2 pages. That's not needed, but write as much as wanted, and you will get the good marks. Okay, take a screenshot of it. So in the next class, we will see sexual reproduction in plants. I think that will be the last topic of this chapter, and this chapter will be done. Okay, so see you in the next class. Bye bye. Take care.